What's going on, people? My name is Mike G. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a demo on how to do a picture on a shoe. So stay tuned, check it out. All right, first you want to start off with some 3G jet opaque transfer paper. Again, opaque transfer paper. And while you're printing, make sure you size all your prints properly so that we can size on the shoe properly. Make sure you give yourself a little extra space. And yes, you got to cut them out using some scissors. All right, and also that right there is called a mini iron. Check the temperatures, check the settings. You want to make sure that you got your hot, not cold, not warm. All right, let's get it. All right, so make sure also too you got yourself some Teflon paper. All right, got to get the Teflon paper, and you'll see why in just a moment. All right, so check this out. So first things first, you want to take your image right here. You want to place it on your shoe. Okay, you want to make sure you place your image properly. You know what I'm saying? So this way everything is lined up. Again, look at that excess. You see how we got excess covering everything? That's why you got to make sure when you print your image, you got to make sure you over expand the image over top of your toe, all right? Your toe box. All right, so let's get it. All right, so first things first, you see I'm over here sizing up the image, and yes, we're gonna go through the whole video. We ain't stopping, we ain't gonna make nothing slow. We're gonna keep it going because this is how we do it though. All right, so check it. So get your Teflon paper. Make sure you don't tap it, but you don't touch it without the Teflon. All right. So look, I just tap, tap, tap. Make sure it was all set. You see what I'm saying? I didn't just go on there and do the whole thing immediately. See how I'm able to move it if I need to. So that's the goal. You want to make sure you be able to move it if you need to. All right. So I'm over here moving it around. You know what I'm saying? Ironing it on there. Got my mini iron. My mini iron is hot. Very, very hot. Let me say this. If you ain't grown, don't do it at home. I don't need nobody burning their fingers, tearing their faces off, none of that, okay? If you ain't grown, don't do it at home. But if you got some sense, then come on, let's make some of this. Shoes, let's go. All right, so check it. So you see I'm over here ironing it on the shoe here, you know what I'm saying? Getting a little in, you know what I'm saying? And also, too, make sure that you just don't do it all at the same time. You can't do it all at once. That's why I got a mini iron. So I tap, tap, get it in, you know what I'm saying? Tap, tap, get a little bit. Tap, tap, get a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and this is important too. In order to make sure that you have it completely on the shoe, you're gonna follow the lines on the shoe. And I'm gonna show you that in just a moment. You see how I'm getting it in on them edges? Watch this. See them little edges over there? You're gonna follow the edges of the shoe. But right now, we're just laying it down. We're just laying it down, you know what I'm saying? So that's all we're doing. We're just laying it down a little bit. And make sure too, all them little folds and ripples, make sure you get up out of them things with the iron. Okay, so take your time. That's the goal here. You ain't gotta go fast. You can take your time and go slow. So that way you can get it right though. All right, so check it. We're gonna tap it again. We'll get back on top of there. Notice I'm always using that Teflon paper. Every time I touch that transfer, I'm always using the Teflon paper. Notice I look back at the camera, make sure you was watching. You know what I'm saying? Taking notes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you take notes. All right, this ain't free, but kind of it is. But anyway, so check it out. So we're gonna get here and keep it going. All right, so notice I'm going along them lines again, following them edges, keeping it straight, following those edges, making sure everything is all good. Yeah, I'm making sure y'all paying attention. That's why I keep looking back at the camera like, hey, you paying attention? All right, let's keep it going. See, don't worry. You ain't got to worry about twisting the iron. You can twist the iron every which way, right, left, up, down, sideways. It don't matter. As long as you get it in, that's the goal. Remember, that iron is hot than super fire. All right, check it out. You see how I'm showing you the edges? See, it ain't even done yet. We're going to keep it moving. Boom, back on it with the transfer paper, with the Teflon paper. All right, let's get it. Boom, so we're back over the top of the shoe. Bow. You know what I'm saying? We get the iron on there. See, we tap, tapping it. Again, you ain't got to hit it real hard immediately either, too. So, because if you do, what happens is you're going to have bubbles, you're going to have folds, you're going to have creases, and that's all bad. Notice I'm just going little by little, step by step. Okay, that's the goal. Make sure you get it in. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen to the music a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. We're gonna keep it moving. All right, keep it going. Oh, that paint on my fingers right there, that paint on my knuckles is just that, some paint on my knuckles. So it's not that I beat somebody up or something like that. No. Your boy got to get his shoulder out the camera. Yeah, let me get your shoulder out the camera. Let me see. All right, cool. We in there. All right, see, I had to move my jacked up elbows. You know what I'm saying? Got ashy elbows in the camera. How you gonna have ashy elbows in the camera? Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about myself. But anyway, so let's see. All right, so going back over here, we got a little tapping. Just a little tapping. Yep, like I say, I ain't knocking nobody out. That's just knocking out that paint. Oh, snap, knocking out the paint. That's right. All right, let's keep it going. So again, following those edges. See, I'm following those edges. Now I'm on the inside of the shoe. See that? I'm literally on the inside of the toe box following it. And again, make sure you take your time. You don't have to move fast with this. Okay? That's the goal. You want to make sure you get it right. You want to get it right so you get paid tonight. Because if you don't get it right, you ain't getting paid tonight. You heard? You heard. All right, so check this out. So look, I'm about to show y'all up close what it look like right quick though. Hold on, let me see. Show you right quick. Let's see. Check it out. Bow. Boom. Let you see what this look like right quick. See what I'm saying? Bow. See that? Yeah, that's Angel on that boy. This Angel. Look at that. See how it's nice and flat? But you know what? It ain't done yet because we still got to go on in there and we got to smash it on there. See, I like to make sure everything is done right. See, that's just how I do. Okay? So we make sure everything is done right. Bow. We in there like swimwear. Yes, sir. All right. Making sure I'm just doing my little finishing touches, my little final edges. Make sure everything is super tight so we can get it right. All right. Let's get it. All right. Boom, boom, boom. We up in there. Okay. All right. All right. All right. We in there. Okay, cool. Got the little edges. All right. Let's get it. Next, you're going to need yourself an x-acto blade. That's right. You ain't got your fade. It's x-acto blade. That's what I'm saying. Now, look. Just like I said before, you're going to follow them edges. You're going to get inside the cracks, get inside the little crevices. Don't be afraid to press hard. No homo. All right? We're going to get up in there tight and look, listen, get full pressure. Don't worry about it. Just leather. All right? Right there. That's where you're going. You follow the edges. See, I'm telling you, follow the edges. All right. Now we getting it. All right. Boom. Now we up in there with our x-acto blade. And once everything is laid down nice and smooth, bow, we cutting around them edges. And look, just the same way you cut your hedges, you get around them edges. That's right. Get around them edges. Don't be afraid. It ain't gonna be getting nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta get it in there. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. All right. So we getting it. We cutting it. We cutting it right around them edges. And again, make sure you press hard. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to apply pressure. That's how diamonds is made. Pressure. 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 That's right. Diamonds is applied. Pressure. So you apply pressure to the blade. So you cut it out. All right. That's what I'm doing. I'm cutting around them edges. Again, following the edges. See, that's what I'm showing you right here. Bow. Following them edges. See that? All up in them edges. Go in there hard. Don't worry about trying to take, don't worry about the shoes. You know what I'm saying? The shoes ain't going to get hurt as long as you cutting into the edges of the shoe. See that? See, I'm trying to show you. You're cutting into the edges. You're not cutting into the shoe. You're cutting into the edge part, okay? So ain't nobody going to see nothing. It's going to be literally right there on that edge. And no matter if the shoe brand new. My bad, I'm off the camera. Let me get back on this camera right quick. Hold up. I'm trying to cut this little edge right quick so you can see what I'm talking about. Bow. Okay, I'm over here. I'm back in the camera. All right, here we go. So look, cutting this edge right here. Bam. So I'm trying to show you what I'm doing. See? Boom. On the edge right here. See? Boom. All right. Hold up. All right, cutting that little edge right there. Bow. Right there. You see what I'm saying? Boom. We in there. All right, cutting the little edge. Now make sure you cut it thoroughly too. Don't worry about going over top of the same thing twice, because sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you, and this is a thing too. When you're cutting and it starts to pull, you can stop. You can absolutely stop when it starts to pull, and you can start again. So don't worry about that, because you're gonna come back over top of it again. Notice I'm going over top of the same area twice. All right. So that's what we're rocking with right now. We're doing the same thing. We cutting over, make sure all those edges is cut. Remember, like I told you, I like to do things, make sure it's done right. Now, here's the cool part. Watch this. When you're pulling it off, you want to make sure you pull away. Pull away from the edges. See that? Pull away from the edges. So that way, when you're doing it, when you're pulling your image away, it ain't pulling the image off the shoe. Okay, you want to pull away from the edges. See that? Pull away, not towards it. Pull away. See that? Pulling away these edges, pulling away. Bam, we're pulling away the edges right there. Nice and clean. Bow, bow, pulling that away just like that. Boom, boom. All right. Pulling that away. Bow, just like that. Watch this. Boom, pull this off the top. Hold on, let me get this right quick. Get this little piece right here. Hold on, this little piece getting in my way. Hold on, come on, man. Get this little piece up out of here. Get this little piece. Hold on. Yeah, bow, right there. You know what I'm saying? Bam. All right, we in there. Yeah. Bow. All right, look at that. See that? Bow. Pulling that little piece off of there. You know what I'm saying? Bow. Feel me? Okay. It's getting. Okay, hold on. Right up here. Bow. You know what I'm saying? Pull a little piece up out of here. Hold up. Bow. Right there. Okay, boom. We in there. All right, cool. See? Boom. All right, we're pulling that off the edge. Bow. There we go. Okay. All right, pulling this off the edge right here. Look at that nice clean edge. Look at that. Why? Because we cut it nice and deep. We ain't worried about cutting it. See? Bow. Look at that. Angel. Yes, sir. Here we go. Watch this. Check this out. Bam. Ooh, look at that power, boy. Let's go. Airbrushed.